Rob, our CEO, our president likes Jerry Maguire. I personally like to call it the tic-tac-toe board here. So all of this is great stuff. And I've had so many great conversations of folks that say, wow, I love the low LTVs, or, I love how it's 5 years. It fits me really, really well. And what I want to say about this is, this is a portfolio. It's going to be about 10 to 12 industrial properties. The first 5 are fully baked. We have them under contract. We actually did the contracts prior to COVID. So, we definitely bought them at a very favorable rate, which in turn for, you, my friends, the investors on the call means, you will start accruing instantly and getting your first check the month after your investment. So, that all ties back to a 7% distribution over 5 years. 2 other things I want to point out here. One is the LTV. We show 65 as a maximum. That number is actually in the 50s, and the way that we've structured some of the debt. By the time we sell this in 5 years, you're probably looking at, a sub 50, possibly in the 40s. So once again, huge cushion. Some other asset classes are being a little precarious these days. We're keeping this probably, in the 50s or below. And what does that all mean? At the back end, it means that we can also pay you something. This isn't just a pref. This isn't just a distribution. So, what has been discussed, modeled, and the trajectory that we're going is that in 5 years, we will sell the portfolio to a REIT or an industrial shop. And why I share that is, unlike maybe other funds where it's a 2 and 20 and the fund managers have a vested interest to drag investors along, this is actually the opposite. This is true. I'd say our GPs have the equivalent of, I like to say in startup land, of sweat equity. Nobody is getting paid until the tail end. So your typical fees, whether it's asset management, construction, development, none of those fees are included in this fund right here. The second added bonus is the tax strategy. And it's probably a great conversation to go offline, but the way this is coded, and once again with Archway's great track record, for those familiar with Texas, think Trammell Crow, we have this coded as a return of capital. So what this basically means, just to preface, we're not actually returning your capital. This is just come tax time, you will be deferring losses all the way until the end and paying a long-term capital gain on just a portion of this. So it's a little more of a longer discussion. Myself, Kate, any folks on the team are happy to go into it more. But once again, this is extremely favorable from the tax side, and something that both on the BV and Archway side we've been aware of for a while.